Welcome back to my studio. I'm Yvette Mecca. Let's go. Greetings, everyone. Today is the day that I have decided it is time to put together my JJ Divas junk journal for the Facebook group. It contains, well, let me tell you about last year. So last year, I had all of these elements in a spiral. So I figured this year we're going to take it up a notch. We're going to do it in a journal style. Have you ever met a bag or a box? Let me put these to the side that you didn't like, or had an idea of what you wanted to do with that bag or box and it didn't turn out so right, or it just didn't fit the scale of what was in your head? Yeah. So this bag, right? This is our sugar bag. And I love the fact that it has that Ziploc closure. And I wanted to use it in this project, but it's for a skinny. It is designed for that. So since I can't use it for this project, I will use it in the next project. So stay tuned for that. Until then, I have this box that I will be using. Now, if you want to know how to break down the box so that you can too turn it into a journal, click on my playlist and you will find the 2-for-1 there. And I break down the box from beginning to end, show you how to cover it and add a signature. So now that I have my box cut down to size, I noticed that the spine is a little too wide for me. So I'm going to show you how to adjust that. Cut straight down the center. Now, mind you, this is the same box that we started with. But if you notice that it's just a little too wide, here is a simple fix. And once I cut it down, I'm going to determine how wide do I want it. And I think I want it about right there. That looks good to me. So I basically cut it down and sandwich the two pieces together. Okay. Simple as that. Our spine is one and done. We are ready to go. It is time to cover. So I have two fabrics, and I promise you this was very, very hard because the group's colors are red, white, and black, right? But this says Diva. Rah! What do you think? I'm so torn. This says Diva all day. Yeah, Mickey can be a diva. Can she be a diva? Why she can't be a diva? I don't know, y'all. I am torn. I really am. Yeah. Let's get a good look at her. Get a good feel for her. It looks orange behind camera, but it is super duper red. No. You hear the pitter patters. That is Mario and Kai just coming from outside. All right. Let's make our decision. Any, meeny, miny, mo, catch fish in Pie's toe. Okay. You guessed it. I went for the glitter shoe. Oh, and that spine was a little too thick. So I cut it in half again and adhered it to itself. So this gave me a narrower profile because I was not paying attention to my pages. I was just saying, okay, yeah, this is what I need. I don't need anything else. I am missing a page. Let me get that before we go forward. So I want to add a photo page. So I'm going to need to cut this down and add some paper to it because I'm going to turn it into one cohesive page. So similar to making a Frankenstein page or paper, but we're not going to adhere them on top of each other or anything like that. So this is the original images that I had did some collaging. And because the Divas used the rose, I have a dried rose as my focal point. And I did a few pieces to go inside of the journal. Mind you, I did all of this prior to even picking the fabric. I don't know what I was thinking. Don't do that. Learn from me. Do not do that. Don't do that. So I'm going to keep this and I'm just going to cover it. So I'm going to attach this page to this page and I'm going to cut it down. I'm going to have some bits and pieces for when I'm mailing my goodies to the Divas. So I want somewhere to store them. And I think this will be definitely ideal. I have a gadget that will, I'm going to say solder. Solder these back together if need be. I'm going to take off one more panel. So just like so. And if you don't have that, you can always just use clear tape. No biggie. And just like that. So I just have four panels. And you insert from the top and it's still adhered to itself. And I can always put like washi tape along the side here if I want to be more secure. So these are my pages. Oh, and I folded them while I was waiting for that to dry. So this is the back of one. Let me cut it down. And again, I did all this collaging prior to even knowing the pattern of the paper. Okay, it has gotten later in the evening. So if I sound like I'm whispering, it's because I am. No, I'm in the dining room. I haven't made my way back to my studio yet, which is downstairs in the basement, still healing from surgery. Okay, so because this faces like so, I want this to face this way. So we need to adhere our paper like this, just like that. See how wide this piece is. Okay, that should be fine if I stay in these. Here we go. That should be fine if I stay in this perimeter. And same here. I need to stay in there. So let me cut some of this down. We're just gonna put those two together. And what you want facing the front is what you want to pay attention to, the direction of the paper. I have something going on here that's not even, so cut that again. I'm going to go from this edge because I know for sure that it is straight. I'm missing a foot. This thing is wobbly. I'm going to straighten this up again. There we go. So let me get the tape. This is a Scotch brand, so it is relatively strong. So I'm pretty confident. My son has snatched the packing tape that I was going to use. Yeah, he's using packing tape to wrap gifts. So I'm going to use this brand. And like I said, it's pretty strong, but I would have rather use the clear tape. So I'm going to tape it on both sides. And I'm going right to the edge of the not laminated, but the pouch and the cardstock. So just like so. And I'm going to cover this side. So I'm going to flip this over and bring this down. And it'll fold over just like that. I was going to tape it on this side, but I don't think it's necessary. Yeah, it's fine. And if this is too wide, if it's hanging out too far, I can just trim that down. So let's go back to my pages, the collage pages that I was telling you about. So like I said, I had picked these pages prior. I made them and I put them on sticker paper and everything. No, not going to work. So because I have the new pattern, I did a little bit more collaging. I went back to the drawing board, basically. Let's put you over here. Where do I want to put this? I don't want it at the end. And maybe like that. Okay. For now. Nope, that's going to be covered and that's going to be covered. Do I want it at the end? Yeah, let's put it at the end. Let's put it there. That's fine. That's fine. Sit that there. And back to the drawing board. So I created this spread. There's no collaging done here. I just snatched that up and put it to the paper with the little background. I saw these cute little shoes, a swatch of some pink makeup. So I have that. And then I saw some glittery lipstick. I was trying to find some like glittery shoes like to mimic the outside of the cover, but that didn't happen. So that's fine. Pink, little pink nails, her kitten and her glittery background with her stars. And this is on a glossy, lightweight sticker paper. Okay, both of these are on lightweight sticker paper. This is on a heavier sticker paper and it's on a matte finish. So I have pink and I have silver. I have already trimmed around these two. I need to do the following to these. So let's get started. All right. Okay, now that we have our background, our panels cut, let's decide where they're going to go. Now, let me tell you about this page or these papers. I printed out our log back and front, but I printed too many. Essentially, this should be plain on both sides. So when I open it, it should read like so. I'm going to cover it. I'm going to cover the front and I'm going to cover the back because it starts the journal. I think I want to go with something decorative. So maybe the shoes. I think I want to keep the bag for the back. So nope, you know what? We'll go with Diva. All right, I might have to, looks like I'm gonna have to cut it down just a smidge. Which is fine. I knew I was going to have to do some cutting. I didn't know how much. So that's a perfect fit. Let me cut it down on this side. And that is much better. All right. Perfect. Okay, so this starts our journal. This is in the middle, and this is my calendar. I like to mark off when I receive something from a particular person, from a particular state. I highlight that state. So I had this in my last journal, and this time it's larger and it's going to be in the center of the signature. So I need to cover the front and the back. And it is next. So let's do maybe the nails. Because I want to keep this one last. Yeah, let's do the nails because shoes, I don't want them back to back. So we'll do it just like that. Okay. So we need to cut you down. How much? Sorry, I'm out of frame. Also a smidge. I'm going to take a little bit off the top for the bottom. I want to have a pretty journal to look at when I am going in and out of it, doing my daily task or weekly, whatever. I want it to be cute. I want it to be cute so that it is enticing to say, ooh, come open me, come play in me. Oh, there we go. And then I'm going to start the front covers of everything first. So it's going to go in like that. And then the next one will be this one. So we want to take off. Oh, I didn't even cut this side. So I definitely need to do some cutting over here. I'm going to start here. And make sure that's aligned. Okay, let's see where we at. Oh, I need a lot. Okay, I wasn't prepared for that. That's cutting off some of this bow. That's not even. I don't like that. That's not even at all. That makes me nervous. Okay. Let's see. Where are we? Okay, we have a straight edge here. So this is, maybe this is off here and on the other side. Okay, so let's use our straight edge. Okay. And that should put us back on track. Yes. All right, let's take off a little bit of the top. Okay, so I had a visitor and I had to pause. I already went and put this down. So we've gotten that done. Now, this is my calendar that I'm going to put in the journal as well. It's blank. That way I can do what I want to do. It cut off the Sunday, but that's fine. I just want to make sure that I am on top of whatever activity and I don't miss a beat. So yeah, it's back in front and I'm good to go. Now, I do have to cover, almost forgot, I have to cover the front and the back in order for it to equal out. Let me count with you guys, make sure. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Yes. So I need to cover the front and I need to cover the back. So let's see. We need to cover, I don't have enough paper. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I only have one piece left of this one. And, you know, I was like, ooh, I can make a pocket, but I have to take advantage of the fact that it's a sticker. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this one. Well, that's down. Okay, make sure I didn't stick the page together. And this is going to go inside of here, like that. And then we have our calendar and then our tracker. So let's cover the inside of the journal and see how much, well, I do have some left. I just thought about that. I only need one. So I plan on doing the silver. So I can use that, which gives me two pieces. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and lay this down. Let me see, am I in frame? Again, this is a heavier sticker paper. So the bend is not as giving as the other weight. So with that being said, I'm going to put some what's this, fabric tack down just to make sure we have extra adhesive. And then I'm going to put a little bit on the edges of the sticker paper as well. I want to make sure all our bases are covered. Just around the edge. I'm going to say when this dries, but it's thicker. Close that up and just make sure that everything is even. All the way around. So I want to start with the middle. I want to make sure I get in those wells so that I'm able to bend like so. Get everything down. Okay. Okay, so while this is drying, even though it's thicker, because I can hear it like crackling. I'm going to weigh it down. Be right back. All right, I have that weighed. So I still need to cover this backside of that and the backside of you and the backside of you. So I still need 3 and I only have 2 pieces. So let's see who I want to give glitter to. Let me cut this in half. See, and this is, like I said, this is that heavy. This is heavy. It's much sturdier, and it's the Paper Studio, which is a Hobby Lobby brand. I will do the first and the last, and then I'll mix it up with something else in the middle. So let's do that. So I need to take off a little bit more. All right, I have another visitor coming. I'll be right back. So I'm back. I am doing a voiceover. Obviously, it's gotten really busy in the house this evening. I ended up back at the computer printing more images. This one is going to go in the middle to separate the 2 shoes. Yet I'm noticing my printer is starting to do the streaking. It seems to be very selective. Some images are perfect, as you can see. Others, not so much. But that's fine. After doing this project, I had to do a deep clean on my printer. So here I'm just making sure this is the order, and I'm going to add this panel to this signature. Have to snip off a little bit, but that's fine, like I've been doing. And we're going to lay this puppy down. Jeez Louise, this sticker will not come apart. It felt like I was dealing with this for a good 15 minutes. I know, drama. So now we are all good to go. All of the signatures have their covers, and let's get this party started. Bam! She is all done. Check her out. I've added the 3 signatures, and I added some more bling to the cover. Gave her a composition little situation going on here, and I added a closure. I also forgot that I forgot a whole section signature. So I'll show you what happened. Show you where I added, where it is in the signature. I don't know why I have so much twine here, but I mean thread. This is the thread that I used throughout the journal. I didn't even do anything, all frilly or fluffy. I did keep this simple. I could have. But anyway, moving on. I digress. This is our front, our beginning. I'll probably add a pocket here. I've added my tabs to my sections. We have our tracker. The next signature, I have a belly band here. A few cards. This is for when I want to remember a born day or send someone something. That's for here. This is the center of the signature. Well, this is the center of the journal. The calendar, the map. Oh, I'm all over the place. Let me get it together. I need another cup of tea. All right. So this is that last page that you saw me printing, and I was talking about the streaks. I could make another and just cover it up, but this is my personal journal, so I'm not going to fuss and worry about it. That extra flap that we added to the clear pockets page, that's this. Couple of inserts here, guest check, library insert card, my reminder, big old hand in the way, my reminder for events that are coming up, my library pocket card. So let me put that on when I finish, and that goes into the calendar, so I'll be able to add these events to my calendar. After the calendar, we enter that pocket page that I added where I can add all my bits. I put an envelope here for anything extra. It says, I'm proud of you. I am proud of myself to be able to prepare so that I won't have to get prepared. You stay ready. Okay? So those are my bits and pieces. And then the back, this is what I added. I have a closure here. Specials deliveries. In my other spiral, well, my first spiral that I created, I had a section where whatever or whoever sent me something, their name, their state, what it was, and the date that I received it so that I can log it onto my map. So I have that here. And if you would like, you can get a copy of this free download in my Ko-Fi. So that will be there for you if you would like to add it. And I can also add the calendar, but that's pretty easy and readily available anywhere you can get a calendar. All right, that sums it up. So we have that extra business going on in the back here. And I'm going to just close her up. And then close up the journal altogether. I'm gonna have to cut that down. Oh, I forgot to add that. Yeah. There we go. My journal for 2026 for my Facebook group, Junk Journal Divas.